What's up, dude?
Hey George, how you doing? Good to
Hey
see
George.
you.
What's up, dudes? All
What
right.
is
I've been out bearded.
You're always out bearded.
We need a new beard fight. I'm ready.
Beard fight!
I'm gonna lose that shit.
Hey everybody, it's Dove, and welcome to DKE Toys TV with the special DCon edition. Woohoo! And we're here with Janky and Barbarian Rage and our regular convention guest, George Gaspar, DKE Toys.
Hello.
I am unfortunately just getting over a cold, so I just sound like this all the time now, and will apparently sound like this forever, immortalized here on YouTube.
I feel like every third episode you're getting over a cold.
Dude, my kids, they bring home everything and it's like a cesspool. Like they're just
They go
it's
to
like
school in a petri dish.
it's like George Carlin said, they're just like tempered in raw sewage, and they just bring all that crap home.
Yeah.
I can
So I'm sorry.
I can vouch for that.
Yes.
Me too.
All of us can, except Scott, and then, but you just have your cesspool in your garage, so you can just bring it. I don't know where I was going with that. All right.
No.
Anyway, so everything we're going to show you today is a preview of what was made for DesignerCon. Everything is going on sale Friday, November 8th at noon Pacific. And then whatever doesn't sell out, we go to the live show in Las Vegas, which starts Friday, November 15th. So if you order online, you should order online. That's the best way to guarantee you get what you want.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what's going to happen at the show. I don't know. We got to pack it up and travel. So really what we have figured out through this process since pandemic is that our fans are all over the world, and they're not necessarily at one convention. And so really we make these things for conventions, but really we're
We're making it for you.
That's right. We're making them for you.
We love
you.
If you buy it ahead of time, that's the only way to guarantee that you won't blow your toy money on like gambling and titty bars. So really, it's just a safe move.
DesignerCon is one of my favorite shows of the year. I don't know what it's going to be like in Vegas. This is going to be the first time. I'm expecting it to like just take a step down and then just take a few years to get back to its former glory once all the FOMO sets in and everyone's like, oh, I don't know about Vegas. I don't know if I should go. And then they'll just see it and they're like, oh shit, I should have been there. And then the next year it's like, I'm going to Vegas.
Yes. People fear change.
It's true.
They do. I feel like the people who travel from out of town don't care if it's in Vegas or Anaheim. Vegas is probably easier to fly to and has cheaper hotels and is probably better. The thing I'm concerned about is the people from Southern California. Will they travel to Vegas to go to the show?
Yeah.
But there's also another, however many millions of people, in that location. So it's going to attract
I was going to say the
people.
people in Vegas, I'm sure they're stoked.
I think they are too. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to Ben just having this like stable show on the dates that he wants. He moved to Vegas, so it's his hometown now. So, I think it's great. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
Backcountry.
Country. Yeah.
All right. So everybody who orders, and what I always tell people every time is you can order as many times as you want. There's something that is
over and
it is true. If there's something that is super limited and you want to make sure you get it, just go online, order it, place the order, and then go back and do more shopping later. We do combine orders. We do refund shipping. There are people who buy 6 and 8 times and, they spend $10 shipping on each order and they get like, 80-90% of that back. So, it's based on weight. Like if you buy something this big, obviously, but everyone who orders online and at the show is going to get the free manly art bounty hunter zine. So we're gonna
It's
bring a bunch of those with
great
us.
book.
Yeah, that's
So much
a great
fun.
giveaway.
I don't know what to expect in Vegas. And last
The
year,
unexpected.
we brought a lot of back stock. But this year we're actually going to have a sale. All of those long boxes, there were going to be one booth devoted to all of those long boxes. Those are all going to be $25 figures that are 5 for $100.
Whoa.
So we are just going through, if we got one left of this, one left of that, two left of this, all that kind of stuff. There's going to be a huge
Sale
part
is called the Ego Bruiser.
So it's going to be a lot of fun.
My shit's in here.
And
a lot of tears coming out of that booth.
we might go through and pick out some rather expensive figures too to put in there for $25 just to get people to start going through there. So it should be fun. We didn't shoot an acquisitions show before this. We did get everything up recently. So if you're watching this, there's a bunch of stuff up now, including a whole bunch of Super 7 stuff, stuff from Buzzard Guts, Suckadelic. We're not going to go over all those stuff. It's not as much as usual. There weren't a lot of collections since the last show, but definitely a few dozen items and a couple neat pieces, and those are all up right now.
You just go to the website and then you can sort by
when you go to the website,
added last.
Yeah.
Correct. And that's true for anyone shopping, especially for new exclusives. Is the default is alphabetical, and so you just go to the little corner and you do newest, and you'll see everything.
I like that George is already there. I see him looking immediately.
I'm doing it right now.
He's like, dude.
Doing it right now.
So wait, George.
All right. So the first thing we got is the Realize, Resist, Resign Chrome figure set from Luke Chueh. Now, if you remember, we released these in normal resin and sold out all 3 editions. But now we have this limited edition of 10 sets that are real chrome.
Wow.
We found a place.
Cool.
It's not painted chrome. It's not like bullshit chrome. Like, this is real chrome.
Not Bobo Chrome.
Get
the fuck out of here.
We didn't glue blisters this time. We put them in the clamshells.
So you got to get fingerprints on them to prove.
That's right. You can see your reflection in it. They're fantastic.
They look awesome.
They're great. So you can put them on display. The original figures that we sold out were 100 each. These end up being about 200 each. So it's edition of 10, and it's $5.95 for the set of 3. And there's only 10 sets in the world. And we made them so you can take them out and display them. And really cool.
Super cool.
They are amazing.
Very excited. And so I think they take the resin, they have to dip it in some metal, like some base metal, and then they do like the electroplating process.
Huh. And
it just gets this mirror-like shine. It's just fantastic. Luke has signed them all, of course. I don't think those will last very long. I mean, there's only 10. I know there's more than 10 Luke Chueh fans that have to have everything, so we'll see how that goes.
The pictures really didn't do those. I mean, even just holding it up to the camera and turning it added a new dimension. So I can't wait to see those in person.
Yeah.
I mean, I did find this one company that does a chroming process, which is a paint process where you actually have to paint the figures black, and then you're spraying another coat of this mirror-like stuff that sort of like lets you see through to the black but reflects off of it.
Huh.
And that's good that you can, because you can do it on plastic and you can do it on other stuff like that. But the cost for a figure just to chrome it was like $60, $70, $80.
Jeez.
It was so expensive, and which would, after making the resin figure and paying for the sculpt, and that would have made these like $300. It just would have been out of control. So really happy. Actually got the place from Healy made. It's the place in his Bounty Wrestlers set, you know, the Star Wars wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
It's the place where he sent the Death why can't I think now? The Death Star droid.
Sweet. Nice.
That's where he got it chromed. And I was like, where did you do this? And he told me the place, and it was like, boom. Awesome.
Well, fantastic.
But the difficulty, once we found the place to chrome it, the difficulty is how clean the figure has to be. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So what you can normally get away with on a figure, having it being rough, like not only did Bondi have to go through and pull another set of molds and polish and coat and polish and coat and polish and coat to get it as smooth as possible. Then after they were cast, the guy who cast them had to do the same thing to get, I mean, because any dimple you're going to see.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like if there's one fleck of whatever, like it's going to be uneven. So.
And it's coming out of Bondi's paycheck.
That's right, fucker. All right. So
docking you, Bondi.
Next item is by an artist named Andrew Harr. I was bugging him for a long time to work with him. I had found a painting of his online. It's this R2 and C3PO.
Oh wow.
Wow, that's cool.
And he paints fast. This painting was like $100.
That's amazing.
I think his prices have gone up since. I got this in 2021. But if you look him up, his name's Andrew Harr. And he paints just it. I don't know. It just spoke to me like immediately. I was like, wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, really cool.
And so I was like, dude, we should make action figures. And then it's like, who's this guy calling me? You know, this nerd with the toys. What's going on? I don't know what this is.
This is Dove's life story.
It's like, dude, you painted. We'll put the card. And it's like, yeah, whatever, buddy.
I mean, that's how I met Dove. It was like, hey, can I have I remember thinking like, who the fuck is this guy?
Why is he bothering? So, you know, we just went for the lowest common denominator. We did 15 portraits of Boba Fett.
Nice.
It's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
And those are all hand
cool.
painted card backs?
These are all hand painted.
Awesome. Wow.
And it just sort of, they're all different, but they're all sort of the same. It's crazy how he explained, talking to him on the phone, he just explained to me like sort of like his process, and hopefully we'll get him on the show next week and he can talk about it. But he said he works pretty fast, and I don't know. So the signed and numbered edition of 15, they're $65.
Ooh, that's nice.
Wow.
The original painting.
That's
Original painting.
And it turns out there's only 14 left, so
Wow.
super cool.
Then our favorite Mexican artist living in Germany, Pendragon.
Pendragon.
It says signed and numbered edition of $20. That's not true. How much are
Pendragon's just signing money now, and everyone's like, this is amazing.
This is a typo. It's an edition.
I give you $40 for that $20 bill.
Okay, there's 65. Also, you know, a chromed Mexican bootleg.
Oh wow.
Chrome year, I guess.
This is
Start a car
Hot
warrior.
Chrome Fall.
but
Oh, that's cool.
Wow, that's cool.
just fantastic. So just always delivers. Love his work.
Great image.
Is that the same figure he used
Fantastic.
for the fuck you figure on the last round? The like
It's
spiky-
a Sardaukar warrior.
Yeah, this is Alpha Sardaukar Chrome by Pendragon.
It's really cool.
3 3/4 inch scale carded Mexican style bootleg figure.
Wow.
And
So
in the
cool.
clamshell, so you can take it out and play with it, and signed on the back.
Inspect it for dimples and imperfections and the
Yell at Bondi whether he had anything to do with
yeah. Bondi.
it.
What else have we got here? Lord Warpo Nipple Twister by Magoo Toys.
Excuse me?
Check it out.
Oh man.
Magoo Toys from Canada. He says signing number edition of 14. They're $55. It says here it's the 11th edition to the Magoo Warped Universe. It's a tribute to Killer Bootleg's 2014 SDCC release of Count Draco Knuckle Duster. A modern 3.75-inch Count Draco figure was digitally scanned in low resolution using an iPhone. The result scan was a 3D print and a silicone mold made to cast resin copies. Each figure is meticulously hand-painted with a unique blend of Kool-Aid and PVA glue applied using discarded popsicle sticks salvaged from my doctor's office. Because nothing says collectible like dubious art supplies and medical waste, card art by Wizard Cleaves, based on Wizard Cleaves' design, because I think he used something to fuck it all up. Signed by both Magoo and Killer Bootlegs.
Ooh, wow. Awesome.
And 14 pieces should go away rather quickly. Love the back, obviously.
I love that, man. Magoo. Yeah, that's sort of an infamous comic book ad.
He did the little 3D sculpt scan for the show. I don't know if you guys see that.
I did.
Our image and
that was fantastic.
That it would, tried to blame us on being AI, and I immediately messaged him and said, if we were AI, the show would come out a lot more frequently than it actually does. So
we should give that a try.
Yeah.
How do you like your action figure?
Wow. Let's do a deep dive.
I mean, the AI, it only knows what information it can find.
If you transcribe all of our shows and feed it into AI,
yeah,
it would probably be just as vacuous as the actual show.
I will give you, this is what it would be. This would be the AI version of our show.
Yeah. You need to type into the AI, go, interrupt by coughing by 12% more, please.
If you order now, you'll get this invisible Sucklord figure.
You don't know to do that.
We're finished.
Amazing. So in the past at Designer Con, they've had an art show, and they've asked us to do action figure, an action figure component, DKE to curate an action figure component of their existing, 2D show. And we did that for Back to the Future, the 1920s, like golden age of Hollywood.
Roaring
20s, whatever that was. What else? Was there another one?
Games, arcade game one.
Oh, the arcade games. And then this year, the theme was supposed to be like Las Vegas themed, since it was going to Vegas. And then I just thought, like, you know what? I don't need another 20 figures to sell that are Las Vegas themed. It's just gonna be what I talked about. I talked about it on air, and Sadat from King Spider, had just sort of planted it in his mind that, like, I need to make a Vegas figure. And then he emailed and he's like, and I didn't send out an invitation or anything. And he just said, my Vegas figure's done. I'm like, but no. Anyway,
art show.
Boy, is
overachiever trying to make the rest of the class look bad.
Yeah, no shit. So he made Gonzo Wars.
Oh man, the card art is so great.
Governor D. Vaderisby. Vaderisby. I don't know. I'm probably butchering it. I'm sorry. Just fantastic piece. Card back. Obviously he did the whole line, right? Because that's what he does. But he also painted this himself. Like, this is a watercolor painting.
It's really great.
Dude is really talented. The back, he said he did digitally. The front here, hand painted. Amazing. Anyway, so small edition. Edition of 10, $60.
And that's it. Wow.
Yeah.
Tribute.
Totally.
Show the back again, because the figures he made, as always, making the figures, dude, I want the Great White and the Big Chew so much. Like, those figures are nuts.
Yeah, really nice. The woman.
The woman.
The woman. Fantastic. Anyway, fantastic job.
It's a pretty insightful joke.
And this one was just funny because, I just watched Commando not too long ago.
So did I. After you told me that you watched Commando, I went home and
I was like, I need to watch, because Commando was such a big deal for me when I was like
awesome movie.
when I was 13 years old. I was like, I don't know, like, I just wanted to see if the magic was still there. It was still fun.
It's a great movie.
Let's settle down.
And so the funny thing is, my 7-year-old daughter walked in for the last 10 minutes. And she's like, this is the cheesiest thing I've ever seen. And she sees like the, young Alyssa Milano running away. And then, who's the bad guy is Vernon Wells, the guy from Road Warrior, Mad Max.
And Weird Science.
Yeah, it's just, and then Scott and the family, we went out to eat one day before a convention, and then Vera and Scott spend like an hour talking about the virtues of Commando. He's like, this is cheesy. Like, people just get shot and fall down and never move again. This is totally unrealistic. And he's like, what is this kid saying? Like, fuck you. This is like Orson Welles. This is genius.
I said, how many people? She's like, people don't die like that. And I said, how many people have you seen die?
13 in my basement alone.
We did end up watching Terminator the other day. And that was wow. That was a crazy ride. Like, that was her first R-rated movie.
Yeah.
Perfect for a 7-year-old, I think.
Yeah.
Almost 8. Very close to 8.
TPS is on the line.
And she loves like the time travel movies, she's like, well, it just goes in a circle. Like, it just never stops. Like, and then I had to explain to her like the sex scene. Like, so right there, like, that means that he's the dad. So John Connor sent Kyle back in time and he became his dad in the future. And she's like, what? Because they're kissing and she's like, ah, oh, gross. Like, stop it. Anyway. But then when he goes into the police station and he says, I'll be back, right? And I said, that's the line. And she's like, okay. And he comes in and he's like, she's just sitting on the couch and she goes, yeah.
Die! Everyone die!
I was like, wow. Anyway, back to toys. This is Commando by For the Love of Old Toys in the UK. And we always try to have a Simpsons figure every show, and this one is just everything for me.
Pretty great. That's funny.
It's an edition of 20. It's $55. Signed and numbered on the back, as always. And
pretty great. I dig it.
That's amazing.
For the Love of Old Toys, always.
Just when you thought we were out of puns, we're still getting them.
No. All right. The next
gold
one,
in them hills.
The next one is a collaboration between two regulars. This is Raiders of the Lost Parts by Joshua's Toy Box and Dead Greedy. The Adventures of Indiana Jawa and Raiders of the Lost Parts. Look at that.
Farts? Are you saying farts?
Parts. All right. Edition
they
of
nailed
15.
that packaging so good.
Yeah, really did. Good. The edition of 15, they're $75. I'll read you here. It says comes with a crate with hidden relic inside.
What's in the box?
Right there. Break the crate seal to reveal the hidden relic. One lucky winner will find a special secret scroll inside the crate, which entitles them to a free mail-away figure surprise. Now, I have the number one for myself, and they did tell me ahead of time that I did not win.
Rigged.
I was like, fuck you, man.
Rigged.
So you
that's pretty cool, though.
Don't look at it.
That's wow, that's awesome.
C-3PO. Sorry, the Well of Souls is an antechamber yet to be discovered. Keep searching. And he put like a little hologram sticker there.
Oh, neat.
So keep us from... Now the back, he wrote a whole story on the back and then converted it
You have to
into,
buy it to.
it converted it into Egyptian hieroglyphics, but put a key down there
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
so
Like
you could
walking through the
figure.
Indiana Jones ride at Disneyland.
So you could figure it out. He did very graciously,
Drink more Ovaltine.
maybe, write it out for me, so that I can read it to you.
That got Ian. I heard Ian.
Oh boy.
Well, wait. If you read it here, is it going to ruin it? Is this going to?
Yeah, don't read it.
Make
Make people figure it out. Don't read it at all.
But they wrote it all out for me to
That
read
doesn't
it
matter.
for you.
No, I want people to have to figure it out.
Yeah, fuck you.
You can read it on the next show.
Read every third word.
Yeah,
Fine.
there you go. Read it on the live show.
Because look how much work you have to do. Like,
Yeah, that's why it needs to be there. Like
It must
someone
be
can come-
earned. Yeah.
Come back for the live show.
There you
You
go.
don't deserve to have it read out for you. You deserve to have to
Yeah.
buy it and do it yourself.
You
Wait, is
deserve very little.
Is the image on the back of that in 3D?
oh
That's-
yeah, it comes with 3D
Oh.
glasses.
I was gonna say that's an interesting choice, but that's why that was an interest. Okay.
There you go. So not only do you have to like read the hieroglyphics like one by one, you have to get a headache at the same time.
Even more reason not to read it.
Yeah.
It's
So
just like
my
the beginning of Knives Out Glass Onion. It's just, just puzzle box.
My favorite part is putting those glasses over my regular glasses.
That's the worst. Glasses suck.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
This one is called Mexican Pink Alien by Edwin Salas. And this is
Oh wow. Big huge bag and tag too.
Oh
huh?
wow! Look at that thing.
Wow.
I guess I have to open this.
I mean, you open your sealed.
Oh, open the bottom. Oh, look what he did. Smart.
Oh, there's-
So as you know, Edwin, when he makes
Is a
them,
madman.
yes, this is an edition of 5. They're $100 each. That means he hand sculpts 5 pieces out of wood.
wow.
Yikes.
So Mexican Pink Alien, which is fantastic.
Really cool.
It's the best.
Hand carved and painted 9-inch wood figure with bag on header card.
That was my nickname in college.
Which part?
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Whole
Well,
thing.
yeah.
Tag on header card.
Each one comes with like a little I don't know if that's a letterpress or a linoleum. It looks like a linoleum print.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Wow, that's
yeah.
cool.
And then it also comes with a cat.
Awesome.
That's amazing. See,
And then-
that's it right there.
Yeah.
That's such a great little.
Great little detail. And then he
Yeah.
also sent a few of this Mexican alien fugly bootleg. Giger loved this. How
What?
many of these did he send?
Wait. Hang on. Rewind.
Okay, there it is. Giger loved this.
That picture of Giger.
My God, that's
Is that-
great.
All right, so he sent so there's 2 of these. So the first 2 people who buy them, I bought number 1. So the person who buys number 2 and number 3 will each get one of these for
And he
free.
needs to make a run of those. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hidden inside
know-
of 2 of the Joshua's Toy Box pieces are Geiger Love This figures.
Man, I tell you, they broke the mold with that guy.
They really did. That piece is fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah, he is from North Carolina, and the most recent disaster there really just flooded this art
Yeah.
gallery, and he had hundreds of pieces in there.
Oh,
He sent me a picture of what it looked like. It's just like, imagine a huge warehouse and water is up like 10 feet, and he had a whole booth in there. Like it looked like a 10 by 10 with prints and stuff everywhere. He managed to go in and salvage some stuff, but he lost a lot of work. So
Such a bummer.
if you
that
if you see this, you have an opportunity, go follow Edwin Salas and go
Yeah.
buy a print from him or a t-shirt. He's making a lot of great stuff, and we want to support him.
He's definitely a favorite.
Yeah. I mean, like a genuine genius. Like,
Yeah.
Totally.
They don't come along that often that you see someone
Prolific.
with his
yeah.
story and with his style. Yeah. I mean, the man is amazing. So
This next piece is from a new artist that we're working with. This is called The Watcher, and it's spelled, the artist name is spelled Kojr, but it's actually spelled Quayar. And he is from Turkey.
Whoa.
Oh, that's creepy.
This is the first artist making resin figures from Turkey.
Ooh, neat.
This back is, if you can see, is laser cut wood
Oh yeah.
that has
Wow.
been painted, you know, with a finish and antique looks like, and then there's like this little resin TV in there of a TV watching you. It is an edition of 10. It's a hand painted 2.5-inch printed resin on hand stained laser cut wood. Signed edition number of 10. $65. Really a lot of fun.
That's-
Creepy as hell.
I wouldn't say fun. It's
Okay, creepy.
terrifying. Yeah.
Terrifying. I think that's what he's going for. I love his little logo on
But
the
it's
back.
cool, abstract, that it's like a
It's
smaller version of the thing.
it's
on
just
the
super
thing.
original. Like, you know,
Mm,
But if you look at the detail in the laser cut card
yeah,
there,
it looks cool.
just really got that really like digital kind of look in there. Really a lot of fun. You know me, I like to support artists in the scene from all over the world. Every time there's someone from a new country. At one point we had a count, you know, like, you know, we
So
were
it puts a little pin, a little tack on
pin
a
on the
world
map, right? I'm
Yeah.
waiting for, you know, someone from like Antarctica to make a figure.
The big map.
Yeah. So Dystopian Customs from Argentina made this amazing thing.
Dude, I saw this. I go, this is a feat.
This is called The Chosen One by Dystopian Customs.
wow.
I mean, it is.
Holy shit.
It
That's
is.
insane.
Wow, the
Yeah.
back.
Oh my god.
Look if you can see.
Is it? Is that a print? It has to be, right?
This is from a digital print. Yes.
Wow.
It is actually from a found sculpture, which was modified with the Stormtrooper and Darth Vader heads.
So let me get this right. He sculpted it first and then scanned it and then printed it.
I think that this is the equivalent of like finding a Buddha and putting a new head on it. I think
Yeah.
that he found this sculpture
Found the sculpture and then put the heads on it.
and then modified
scanned
it, scanned it. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Just, I mean,
Wow.
it is a huge chunk of resin. This is
It's
10.
awesome.
It comes with a signed in numbered print,
Nice.
Nice.
signed on the back. And the kicker is that it's $125.
I mean, that's a big piece.
That
That's,
is.
I mean, that's a mantle.
It's huge.
And there's only 10 of them. So I
Wow.
think it's going to be one of the first to go.
Yeah,
Really,
I
really
think so too.
just well executed.
Perfect
Um,
amount of sacrilege.
Yes.
Not too much, not too little.
Yeah.
Another first time artist that we're working with is Dreams of Robots.
Oh, Mondo, I love
Mondo.
that guy. Yeah.
Well, check this one out. Siege the Berserker Strikes Back.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Oh, that's super cool.
So he makes a lot of these robots. He just made this one and painted it and cast it in Boba Fett colors.
Nice.
Hand painted 3 3/4 scale digital print on card. So it's actually a 3D print. And he nailed the colors. I'm gonna
Yeah.
you put it in the blister pack, which is nice, and it just it's articulated. It's just
Is it an original sculpt or is it a
this is
It
his,
is. That's
this is his
sculpt.
character. Yeah.
He's got a vinyl too, a big
Oh wow.
version of it too.
And,
That's
the,
awesome.
and the arms and legs
And it's
move.
Wow.
It's a fantastic sculpt. All like lots of little bolts and knobs and everything all over it. It's really awesome. He's actually like an actual toy designer too. Like he designed like some Cowboys of Moon Mesa and like Paw Patrol.
A
You know,
talented dude.
yeah.
So it's called Siege Wars Boba Fortress by Dreams of Robots.
That's awesome.
The
Really
back
cool.
of the card, it's signed out of 20. They're $65.
Mm.
Really just home run for me.
He's
Yeah.
he used to work at Super 7. He was one of the main project managers I was like working back and forth with. He was doing a lot of their stuff.
Oh wow,
Mhm.
that's cool.
Yeah.
He will
Yeah,
also
it's weird to be like, he's a real toy guy.
Get out of our world.
Well, George is
Ringer.
too.
he'll be set up at DCon
Posers.
because we saw him at Tag Fest, and he has a whole booth just full of all of his robots and vinyl and
Cool.
just
Can't-
really
That's awesome.
a lot of fun stuff. So there's this artist, another artist from Argentina, Martin Tejada, who he is a writer and a director. He has done comic books with Dark Horse, a very just accomplished dude, and he
Wow.
has started his own universe. And so this is called El Guardian.
Yeah, that thing's cool.
Whoa.
Yeah, when I saw the email preview came through, this thing jumped off the page for me. This
Yeah,
is
it's
Chonky,
really fun.
man.
And it comes in this header card. It's an edition of 5. They're $100. He wanted me to make sure that we credited everyone properly. Let's get my notes here. The sculpt was done by Mary Zancoli, and the painting was by Luz Grobli, made in Argentina. So it's an
Wow.
edition of 5. They're $100. And this is the start of his own universe that he's developing.
That's resin, you said?
Yeah.
Is it print? It's printed resin, I'm assuming.
No, this looks
Is it
cast.
Wow.
Yeah,
An
that's
intense paint job too.
Yeah.
Well, just the texture and the flow of those the cloth there, the robes. I mean, that is a great piece.
The style reminds me of what was that one called back in the day? It was like Honcho or something like that. It was like a big Mexican wrestler dude.
Oh yeah, I know. Exactly.
The Mutt Pop figures.
Yeah, it reminds me of that,
Tequila.
like that kind of style. Tequila,
Yeah.
that was the one.
Yeah. It says he's a director, screenwriter, visual artist, graduated from University of Buenos Aires, directed commercial and music videos for nearly 2 decades. He's worked in American independent cinema, written scripts for local and international production companies. His forays into graphic novels have been published in Europe, Latin America, and USA by Dark Horse.
Wow.
His work as a visual artist been exhibited in just a list of museums, and
Again, you're making the rest of us look bad. Okay.
And now he's
Accompli-
stepping
slow
down
down.
into this. Huh?
accomplished dude, So
That's how you know the economy is bad.
when I get the call, it's like, hey, I made a toy. I made 5 of them. You want to sell them? It's like, yeah,
Yes,
I'll
I
do
do.
that.
Yeah, that piece is
Yeah,
fantastic.
sure, I'll go slum it with some toy nerds.
I mean, it sounds that way, but the excitement, like the excitement that I get from him and people like him, like they're stoked to like get their work out like in this. They
Give it a few years.
I mean, it's just sort of like the grass is always greener. Like you say that, right? But they want to be like part of the club. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, because he's probably
Welcome to the
working
club.
for other people all day and having to do their vision and their thing, and now he gets to do the thing exactly the way he wants it.
Sure.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
Scott's I mean, that was the bronze edition. Scott's waiting for the jaded edition to come out.
Yeah.
Like that's the one he's gonna want.
I'm
Wow.
stealing that.
The jaded edition.
Jade
Mm.
colorway.
Now that piece is, I mean, really something.
It is cool, yeah.
And then we have McDonald's Monster Box.
Ah, McDonald's is back.
Oh, McDonald's.
Yes. Yes.
So the box is just amazing.
Amazing.
I mean, like it just.
Collect them some.
I mean,
I love that guy.
so this
Jimmy
is
Folklore.
Jimmy Folklore from Folklore Industries.
Yeah.
Oh, there-
Fantastic thing.
It's like
Made-
is that like a Monster Squad
so
rip? Can you see the back?
it's the box is the box has got a Monster Squad with. He's got the McDongle characters and then Mad Balls and And then here you go.
Oh wow.
That's amazing.
George, you
Wow.
took your note, man.
Now
And of-
those
and of
are
course-
like sort of 2D. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
See,
Nice.
there you
I mean,
go.
that was like we were talking about the live show. This is one of those examples of why tuning into those is so great, because when we got to see him explain exactly what he was doing and show that he's bootlegging, like the display piece for the bootleg vending machine things. And
Totally, that was awesome.
just a layer.
That was
layer.
totally fascinating because I would have never guessed that those were bootleg because they look so authentic.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that was I mean, that just gave such a new dimension to that already cool piece. And then
Really.
to see him take that to another level, that's awesome.
So this hand cast and painted, so it's 5.5-inch scale, so it's like He-Man size. Signed and numbered edition of 15, $60, and he wrote here for us. McDonald's Monster Box comes with one 5.5-inch action figure with two POA at the shoulders and two swappable burger ball faces, all served up in a Happy Meal style box. By swapping the faces, you can create two characters, Duber, which is the mummy, and Willie, the one-eyed monster. McDonald's Monster Box is the follow-up to McDonald's Burger Balls, which I think there's still a few in stock, which included 4 other faces: Dongle McBurger Balls, Grimass, Eye Guy, and Burger Ball Burglar. And all of these faces from the previous releases are compatible with the new Monster Box
shit.
figures. So you can take your other figures from your McDonald's burger balls and put them on your McDonald's Monster Box figures.
So if you
So really, you need to buy 6.
yes. If you buy 2 monster boxes and then 1 set of burger balls, you can recreate the Win a Date with Grab Ass all by yourself. You can just play that scene out in your room.
It's amazing. It says collect all those balls, y'all, and have some fun. Product was created by Folklore Industries team members Jimmy, who did the figure and images, and he always credits Ian, not our Ian. The Ian is Ian Rickett Delios is his name, who did the box layout and design, and also did all of the packaging for his previous release. So he's a really talented dude who's like
really sells it, the whole
I
thing.
mean,
yeah. Can I see the front of the package again?
to die cut this.
A fucking nightmare.
Wow. Okay.
Monster Box. That's so great.
That's
Just-
killer.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
that really sells it.
Damn.
No dongles.
Just Grab Ass.
What's next? We've got from Rutro Toys, we have the Hyper Ranger.
Rutro?
Rutro, this is a hand cast and painted 3.75-inch figure. Numbered out of 15. It is $60. It's his own creation here, and he
Rutro Toys. Am I
It's-
mistaken?
it's
He's got
also
another name.
Dookie
McFart Sniffle.
Dookie McFart Sniffle. That's correct.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
The
Let's go with Rutro.
No
It's a
way.
good choice.
I'm
Good choice.
going Dookie McFart Sniffle, man.
I like the new branding.
Yeah, we've rebranded.
it does have Velcro on it, so you can remove the figure. We made a great vinyl cape.
That's cool.
Cool.
Great color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good.
Really fantastic design. Here's the card art right here.
Is
And
that
then
a
there's-
is that a booted head or is that an original?
That's what I was just gonna ask.
I don't know.
It looks original.
I don't recognize it, but it's a
I
good.
don't know. He's gonna be mad at me like if I say the wrong thing. I don't think it's G.I. Joe. It looks like modified from something.
Well, maybe we'll get some McFart Sniffle on the live
Well,
episode.
wouldn't that be awesome? And there's a whole story.
Hit us
here.
up, Dookie.
No, it's Rutro.
Rutro.
Trying to leave the Duke in the past.
Right.
Yeah. Dookie McFart Sniffle. I have
He dropped
heard
the
that name
Dookie,
in a
guys.
very
He
long
dropped
time.
And there's a whole story on the back of the Hyper Ranger. He signed it also. His real name is Augustine Cordero. Less than 100
names.
Yes. Less than 100 years from now, an alien humanoid from the planet Vela crash lands on Earth's moon. After investigating the wreckage, humans were able to rescue the unexpected visitor Nestor, who warned of a tyrannical empire called the Sirens of Wrath, powerful and ruthless force with ambitions to possess and assimilate every inhabitable world in the galaxy. There are several more paragraphs, but you'll have to buy the toy to figure it out.
Nice.
Right.
Cool.
Very cool. So
Cool card back.
Yeah, get a lot of die cut card backs.
Yeah, I always
Die
like a
cut,
nice shaped
yeah.
card back. It's
I do
fun.
too.
It's too much work, but it's fun.
I was gonna say I appreciate the amount of work that goes into that. So when they look that clean and that nice,
Yeah.
oh, I forgot to show you these. With the Boba Fett Dreams of Robots, you get this postcard and you get this fun sticker.
oh cool.
Oh, cool.
Okay, another first-time artist, Kevin Esslinger, made this alien figure here. It's a hand-painted 3 3/4 3D printed resin figure on card, edition of 10. They're $50.
Why do I know that name?
He and I have a very interesting. You've seen him at conventions set up because he's a painter and he does that. But after talking to him, he worked at Master Replicas when I was doing the Vader project, and told me this whole story about what went on in the background. He's an artist and a toy designer, and he was working on, what was the name of the show?
Ancient Aliens.
He was working on Ancient Aliens, and he produced
Yes.
he produced a bunch of stuff for them. This wasn't used on the show, but really fantastic. But what turns out is that when we set up at New York Comic Con, he was in the booth next to us. He's got all of these like crazy paintings. And it's like we've crossed paths so many times. I can't wait to get him on the live show on the 8th, because
I have so many questions just from that alone. I mean,
the alien action figure is based on a sculpture I created between 2000 and 2002, inspired by descriptions of alien encounters from early online forums. Recently, I had
autopsy.
Recently, I had the opportunity to 3D print the figure for a television show where it serves as a prop connected to my artistic exploration of myth, folklore, and craft.
I always love it when people take their bios seriously, because I think every bio I've ever written for you is like, me janky toys.
Yes, indeed. Let's see here. We got Plastic Purpose has a new one called the Pink Pony Club. This is Tina and Chariot. Hand cast and painted 3-inch carded resin figure set, signed and numbered edition of 15.
That's cool.
$50. And then, of course, like Ian told me, is like, there's 2 references there, and you don't get either of them. I'm like, I'm like, okay, what are they? He's like, oh, that's Bob's Burger and Chapel Roan. I was like, oh, got
one of the 2.
So, really fantastic.
Really
figure.
cool design. Like, just really nice.
The card deck is, is really cool.
Is this the first Bob's Burger reference that you've had with DKE?
Yes.
Nice.
Because what was the last? The last one was
that we know of.
Right.
Was King of the Hill, right? That figure's a lot of fun. And then, okay, I guess we're gonna get into. So if you remember, all of you who have been around for decades, 2013 Designer Con, the Sucklord had made, I had a box of starting lineup figures. And as he did the live show at DCon, embarrassing people with Janky, you were on stage, right? Was that your first DCon, 2013?
That was the first DCon I ever went to. I ended up getting pulled on stage twice. So I have 2 of those starting lineup figures.
And so what he did is he ripped off the heads, put on other heads, and they were on the stage and they were given away free to the people who, dared to, and we looked through the photos today and I saw a picture of George, like trying to like deep throat a carrot. Yeah, I saw that.
There I got a figure for that, I think.
There was not
that
a photo of
its
Janky.
Own toy right there.
I think we have to go through the live footage.
There's video of it. I'm both twerking and I'm like holding up a basketball hoop with my belly hanging out.
Now, in the past, these Suckler starting lineup customized figures have made their way back to me, and we've sold them all like $125 each, like just for this loose figure. So I was saving starting lineup figures for a while, and then finally I hit him up. I'm like, hey, dude, it's time to do more starting lineups. He's like, wow, I want to do that. Wah, wah, wah. Anyway.
Sounds just like him.
Yeah, but with a little
You do a good impression, Dove.
with a little cajoling,
A little or a lot.
we have Psychedelics sharding lineup.
Okay, there it is again.
All sports, no shit. Well, maybe just a little shit. So they're going to come blind bagged. There are 5 editions. He turned all of the basketball players into his character, Steve.
Steve, gotta have a Steve in your roster somewhere.
Because last time they were just completely random. He would just put a head on any character. And this time I wanted to make it something that people could collect. So if you wanted one basketball figure, you get a Steve. Lots of fun here.
Are these the real sculpts other than the head? Because they look real funky.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what starting lineups look like from the 80s.
All right.
Yeah, that's
All
a
right.
weird one right there.
And so there are editions of 20. And then 2 out of the 20 are going to be a chase variant
Splatter
in neon yellow. And so there's going to be 5 editions of 20. So all the basketball players are Steve. All the football players are Warduke.
Oh,
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, all turned out like Warduke was just like the perfect. And then he signed them all on the bottom. So we got
That
Warduke.
helmet is so hard to cast.
I'm gonna just show you the chase.
Nice.
Whoa.
And then
I immediately gave my starting lineup figure I won right back to you, Dev. I think at the show.
and I sold it for $1 million.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And they're all gonna come blind bagged.
Nice.
So you can choose which sport you want, but you're not gonna be able to choose your figure. And then
If you remember this video, you could feel for the chase.
you can't because it's just a different color. And then
Oh wow.
all of oh Scott,
It got me. It
all
got me.
of the runners are Destro.
How many starting lineup types of things are there?
Oh, there's a
Man,
billion. There's golf. There's gymnastics. There's
Wow.
track and field.
I mean, there was a set called Timeless Legends that did have a lot of Olympians in different and then did different sports like track and field and gymnastics and NASCAR and stuff like that. But the main sports were baseball, hockey, basketball, and football. And then in Europe, they released, soccer. So the baseball all have a gay empire
Nice.
theme to them.
I think I still have my Bruce Jenner starting lineup somewhere.
I mean, I tried back then to get like the weirdest ones I could. And then the chase baseball is gonna look like this.
I never see these things pop up in like places, or maybe I'm just not looking.
I mean, I get them in collections all the time.
Starting lineups, yeah,
They're ubiquitous.
All or Benny.
The best ones are the hockey.
Yeah.
Because he painted the helmets to match the outfits. And so
Probably started with those and then was like, all right, I'm not doing it.
so like all the hockey players have Dr. Doom.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
And they're just fantastic. That's a Wayne Gretzky.
That's fantastic.
Just the color matching they did to make them so seamless And the Doctor Doom head on, on the bulky hockey players just really,
Totally works. Yeah.
yeah, just really fantastic. So there's 5 editions of 20 with the Chase variant inside of them. They're sold blind bag. They're $50 each. We might have a discount if you buy a set of 5. Still working that out. To be determined. Don't think that those will last very long. The next piece is the 7th Dimensional Swindle. This is the 4th in the series from Scott Wilkowski and card designed by Psychedelic. And if you recall, it's a series of 7 based on all of the Panache Place Voltron villains. And this is the very next one in the set.
The 4th, the 7th.
The 4th of the 7th, that's right. I'm gonna finish this series if it fucking kills me.
Kill one of you.
And Scott Wilkowski did a fantastic job there with his double pore sculpt.
Wow.
And this edition of 25, they are $100.
Beautiful.
The next run of figures here are from Yoyo Dy Toy Division and artist Tim McDonald. The edition is called Sweaters Keep Us Warm Against the Cold Indifference of the Universe.
Sure.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
And so what they did is this hand-painted backer cards by Tim McDonald, hand-cast and painted and flocked figures based on Werner Herzog. So each one is based on a Werner Herzog quote. The head sculpt is by Funky McClunky, and so Tim created each backer in response to a quote. Then Yoyo Dy made the figure with each flock sweater reflecting upon both the quote and the backer art.
You have to read the quote as Werner
The
Herzog.
thing is, I can't. I hope that Jenky can find like some like AI thing to make my voice like German when I'm reading this. So because it'll just make it actually funny. So this one is called
I see planets that don't exist and landscapes that have only been dreamed.
I see planets that don't. I can't even do it.
That was good. No, that was good.
and there's a flocked sweater on each one.
It's nuts.
So it's an original painting on the card and a unique figure each time.
Who thinks of this?
Yoyo Dy.
Yo-Yo
Funky
Dy.
McClunky? What was his name?
Funky McClunky sculpted the head.
I find it interesting that there are imposters on the internet pretending to be Werner Herzog.
Matt's bedroom.
Look at this sweater.
Oh man.
Is it a sweater that Herzog had actually worn, or are they just getting creative with that?
I
Or
don't picture Herzog wearing a lot of Cosby sweaters.
I mean, this has to be a quote.
Sweaters keep us warm against the cold indifference of the universe.
If he named the run that's got to be a real quote.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
don't.
The dead leave their graves and join the living.
What's going on there?
This is an amazing project, by
It
the
really
way.
is.
I believe the common denominator in the universe is not harmony, but chaos, hostility, and murder.
Wow.
It is a fire that wants to burst forth and could not care less what we are doing up here.
It's so abstract.
That's what I'm saying. I really love it. And Herzog spews so much weird shit that like you can make 1,000 of these.
Remember the Pawnee Dollhead Factory.
Is that a flocked factory on his sweater?
Sure looks like it.
It looks like it,
Come
yeah.
on. This one looks like it was made for me.
I would like to see the baby. Yes, the pyramids have been built, but if you gave me 300,000 disciplined men and gave me 30 years, I could build a bigger one.
But this is pyramid on his sweater.
Oh man.
All right, here's the last of the 10. And these are $75 each for not only a hand-painted card back, but also a unique figure. Each figure is unique with its own sweater.
I don't know Jim Henson, and I don't know the Muppets.
Oh, I need that. I need that.
That's
Is that the Herzog puppet on Henson's hand? Oh
I need that. Claim. What does the screw says? Claim.
wow.
I don't know.
How much were these?
75.
Damn it.
Oh my god.
That is, I mean, just pure Yoyo Dy.
I was gonna say that's Yoyo Dy at the top of his game right
Man,
there.
Yeah,
that's
right.
good. That is good.
So then we started another series with Alex Gross. This one is called Mania.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Nice.
cool.
So another long line of Capes Crusader based figures having cupcakes and
Making treats.
treats.
Did you get all the ones off the last one that you wanted to make? Did you run that one to the ground?
We just made an exclusive for Spoke Art Gallery for New York Comic Con. We did 30 pieces of Greedo. The Spock one that we did 20 pieces of, that just sold out.
I think
We could have sold 50.
thing there.
I told Alex we should make more Spock, and he's like, I don't know, no one's gonna want Spock because
the one everyone wants.
there's the joke in the back always, like when he does like the whole Game of Thrones painting, in the back there's like one Lord of the Rings character.
Yeah.
Or he does like all the villains, and in the back there's like one little Donald Trump. You know, it's like he's always, and it's funny, like this one has a little Darth Vader. You could see it right back there.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, fantastic painting. Hopefully these will do well and we can keep going. Would love to do the Nicholson and the Adam West eating the donut. Like,
I mean,
it's gonna be a good one.
Starting with
Yeah.
Keaton was a good call.
Yeah. So it's an addition of 50. They're $100 each, and I think they should go rather quickly. I mean, how many editions did we sell out? We did Vader, Leia, Chewbacca. I think a Stormtrooper. We still have a few Stormtroopers on the site. We made 50 of those, so they're less than 10, right? Yeah, maybe there's 5 or 6. And then as we put this out, everyone's like, where do I get this? And they went to our site and they're like, oh, there's a Stormtrooper. And then people bought it. So like the numbers are going
Nice.
down. So I don't know how Spoke Art did with the Greedo. I assume once they put it online, they'll be gone like last time. So are there more that I want to do? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I wish I could make just all the crazy ones. There are some that are just like these resin figures have to be hand painted. So there's some designs that just get really tough. And then there's finding a toy that works. So in order to do this, we had to find a more modern Michael Keaton. I wanted to use what's the old line from the 70s, the Pocket Heroes. And change the color, and he was like, no, it's like it's gotta like be exactly Keaton. I'm like, the 3 3/4 inch Keatons are not that, and he's like,
They're not, yeah.
Is that
And the Joker from that line was a reused Superpowers.
all of them
Joker,
were reused.
so
That whole line was just a reskinned. Those 3 were, except for Bob.
Yeah.
Bob got an original.
Yeah, Bob got
sculpt.
an original sculpt, but the other ones were just reskinned. That looks like it might be the Bendham, the Michael Keaton Bendham.
no, this is
Huh?
no, it's a Mattel figure. Yeah.
Oh, it is? Okay.
It is fully articulated. Like it's like too articulated. Had to patch all of the, because otherwise it just, goes like that. All right, what else we got here? Oh, did I miss a Yoyo Dy? I missed a Yoyo Dy. Found one more at the bottom of the box. This one is
We wanted to know if life had come from outer space.
Nice.
all right, so if you remember Carlos Ramirez, we previously had done beer can R2D2s,
Uh-huh.
and we did oil can C3POs.
Mhm.
Well,
And we did those big coffee can R5D4s, but just magically turned out that when we went to this house to clear it out with all these collections, and this guy had, it was the ex-wife, and unfortunately the guy passed away, and she's like, I need, we need to sell this house, like make me an offer on everything. We went through, and I mean, his Nintendo collection and his Dungeons and Dragons books and all of the Lego and the action figures and the 6-scale figures and his record collection and his Betamax tapes, and it was just, it kept going and going and going. Oh, and then like under the stairs, I opened a box. I'm like, I found his coin collection. It was like, and it just kept paying her more and more money. It was like, okay, found more. In the collection, he had because crazy collector, like he had a collection of vintage typewriter ribbon tins, over 100 of them. And me being an industrious fellow that knows people that likes cans of stuff, got Carlos Ramirez to make little power droid inspired guys.
Oh, wow.
All with typewriter ribbons, and like I don't think there's any duplicates. They're all they all have like the little power droid legs.
Wow.
That collection was probably priceless to somebody.
Yeah.
I looked online. I mean, they're worth something. They could be like $5 a can. I'm sure there's rare ones. There were some that have like geishas on it. Some have like sort of like mid-century designs. Some have more traditional, just like pyramid brand,
Nice.
whatever. Anyway, so he hand did all these. He put striping all but this Power Droid has like a stripe around him, so really a lot of fun. Anyway, so this one is called 420 Stash Droid. And it comes, they're also going to be blind bag. They're $75.
Do they still open? Are they still?
Yeah, a lot of them do.
Nice.
Put your weed in there.
That's why it's a stash droid, yeah.
There are some that have the real inside.
Wow.
I think there's more in the ones that he didn't use, but anyway, he customized 50 of them. I guess that's why I called it a stash droid. And they're going to come blind bagged like this. He made his little artwork here, and he signed them all. And so those are going to be $75, and it's going to be a little cute droid. And they look cool, like, with...
Oh, yeah, with everything else.
Like here's one with a geisha on it.
Ooh.
Nice.
Wow, cool.
There's some with like pyramids and all sorts of... Really a lot of fun. This one company is called Tagger. I don't know. So anyway, should be a lot of fun. Mess here. There's 2 more figures before we get to the little art show. Couldn't get here in time. This one is almost the last figure, called Star World Goggins by Buzzard Guts.
Goggins.
Oh my God.
Small edition for all the people collecting these. There's only 15 of them. They're $60. The card art again is by Last Boss Comics, who's really, he's done all the paintings for all these figures, and we hope by DKECON we'll have the last one and be able to wrap
He's
it up.
been in the scene forever too.
Who?
Last Boss.
Yeah.
Well, both of the guys.
Well, like Dane texted me the other day. He said, I've been making figures for you for 10 years. And he said 26 releases.
Wow.
Jeez.
It's really amazing.
I've
It's
been doing
impressive.
it for 10 years and I'm not even close to that.
Okay, and then the very last one, because why not? Art Trooper series, Dove Trooper by Rika.
It was only a matter of time.
I just, they're not here yet, unfortunately. As you can tell, the Stormtrooper is not in a white outfit. He is in a gray outfit.
As he should be.
I don't.
Perfect.
It's weird. People make figures of me. They ask me. I say it's fine, and then and then people buy them, and that's even weirder.
Yeah.
Someday you put
Dude.
out a book of you as toys.
I have a shelf now.
Probably
Now
could,
now that I
yeah.
have showcases, I have a shelf now. There's like 15 figures of me.
Wow, there's been that many? That's awesome.
And I think 7 or 8 of them were actual editions, not just one-offs.
Is that the face that he made of Dove?
The
Like
magnet?
those magnets?
Maybe. I'm sure it is.
Yeah. Looks
So
like
we should get you scanned so that we could just put it out as a free asset that people could use.
just download it off of Thingiverse.
That's a great idea, dude.
Listen,
we
don't-
have to do.
Please
we
don't
have to
encourage
do
people.
We have to do this.
It's really, it's so weird. It's
You got any
like,
milestone birthdays coming or anything that we can have like a big art show with everybody just makes a U?
nope, I'm 51.
That's the idea.
2 is a big year. I don't know.
Yeah, when I-
55, baby, 55. I
55.
can't drive 55.
There you go.
Nobody wants
We'll
that.
get Sammy Hagar out to play.
I can't dub 55. Let's do it.
Anyways, it's an edition of 25, and they're $50. And if you want to buy one, Merry Christmas to you.
We need to get Magoo over there with his iPhone and just walk around you in a circle and
Scan.
do his crap scan and
I
then
can't.
I am like, it part of me is like flattered and horrified at the same time. It's just weird. It just keeps happening. I mean, it's like, it's just
Let it happen. It's worth it. It's fun.
yeah, indeed. All right, so the last thing we're
Don't
going to
be
show
good.
you is we're having a little mini art show with DLL Customs. Derek Log. Uh-oh.
It just grabs me. I can't dub 55. Oh my god!
Sorry, Derek, we've lost.
All
lost
All right.
That's the dumbest idea I've ever heard.
It has to happen.
Anyway, so we have a art show with Derek Log, DLL Customs. One of the pieces is, I guess we're calling an exclusive, and it's called The Light in the Dark. It's a hand cast sculpture. It's about 13 by 10. It's comprised of 5 separate pieces. Gonna send Jenky a photo of it so you can see it, because I can't set it up
Whoa.
properly,
Jeez.
but it just it is
Yeah.
it is intense and heavy.
This guy does
All of
crazy
his
stuff.
stuff.
I know.
Yeah.
And then there's just 2. So hopefully Jenky's cutting a shot of it in right now. These are the 2 pieces on the side. At least I can show you
Wow.
the details. So it comes with 2 of
That
these.
gargoyles? That's cool.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
like
it's like
Burger King toy or something. Or
trying to figure out the pieces that he uses is a whole nother game in and of itself. So these are the 5
Yeah.
pieces. It comes with a let's see, comprised of 5 separate pieces, print of artist statement included that he signed and numbered.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Amazing.
just really.
He's going to be in Vegas.
He's gonna be in
for the
Vegas.
show. He's
Yeah.
coming out. Yeah.
So it should be fun. He's going to have all these pieces, and then he just made another dozen pieces, which I'm just going to show you very quickly, but hopefully Jenky will
through the magic of television.
get these in. But they're
Wow.
all
But I mean, even photograph, like you
right. The
have to
detail.
experience them
You really do.
because they're like he uses like pearlescence and
Wow.
you
Yeah, the
really
colors
have
are
to
insane.
see them in person.
His mind operates on just a different level with the way he looks at pieces and putting them together and color.
Also,
Look
just
how
to get
beautiful
these
that
to get
is.
these
The
castings
color.
like this are like
Yeah.
insane.
so clean.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the way he's turned them into, has
Objects like
collaged the pieces together so that you don't recognize what it is anymore. It's taken on a new form, and you really have to look carefully or have them explain to you, like, oh, you know, this is a Sauron thing from Lord of the Rings, and this is a head from, you know, this, and these are wings from this other thing, you know. And it could be a vintage toy that you recognize. It could be a Happy Meal toy. It's really kind of crazy. Like, I mean,
Wow.
I don't even know what is the base of this made out of.
It's like the wing of something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Wow.
really fantastic. It's always got a tribute piece every year. And then I like how sometimes the pieces are displayed, like they have multiple pieces to the piece.
Right.
Yeah.
They, you know,
Just the colors are just fantastic.
they often just have some, like, you know, they look like almost like religious statues sometimes, and the number of pieces, they make them look like nativity scenes. Like, it really, this one is pretty fantastic.
That's really
I mean, these are
Wow.
those are TIE fighter wings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he just I've loved his work since I got into the scene.
Yeah.
In 2013, and he just kind of, like I said, his brain works on a totally different level.
Yeah, he's a wizard. Yeah. Wow.
Huh.
Man, I can't wait to see all that shit in person, man.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So does that go to Vegas whether or not it sells? Like, how's that work?
You have to.
I mean, we'll have enough for a show. If we sell out of some stuff, he's gonna bring some more stuff. So we'll have a nice showing no matter what.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean,
Are those additions, some of those, or are they all one-offs?
most of them are additions. Like
okay.
This one says log 3 out of 5.
Hard to imagine too, making a big giant mold and then just pulling one out and being like, well, that was it.
But I mean, even only doing 5 out of a mold that complicated.
Yeah, that's true.
And I mean, even if they're an addition, they may as well be one-offs because everyone is colored differently and
Still
more
different.
It is true. I mean, look at this one. This is like a Power Ranger, but you can't tell unless you like take it out of context. But it's like, I guess that's what he does, is like it puts it in a different context, and then it stops being a Power Ranger. Like, you have to look carefully to go like, oh, but it's
yeah, it's a different thing.
It's not that anymore.
Yeah.
I love this one.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah, really fantastic
Jeez,
piece. So yeah, we'll have a nice showing. We have some other stuff in stock from before, so it's going to be a nice display no matter what. I mean, you know, wouldn't it be awesome if everything sold? And it's like, oh man, but believe me, like there'll be a week in between. Like the dude's gonna be like,
he'll knock out 72 new pieces of
you know it, like
genius, yeah.
Like the booth is gonna be full again. So so anyway, looking forward to that. Super talented guy. Love working with him.
Yeah.
And then the last thing, just some stuff that we're not advertising. This is the only place that we're gonna mention them.
Exclusive.
They're just gonna go on sale. It's just some extra stuff that Pendragon sent us. This is a 1-of-1 figure on a metal card.
Wow.
Whoa.
What did he call this one?
It's another Herzog quote.
Right.
Twins. Yes,
this one is called Twins.
Buy some Thin Mints.
Oh yeah, this one's just called Twins by Pendragon. It's on a hammered metal card back, signed, one of a kind, at $70.
Wow.
He sent an edition of, which one is this? This one's numbered out of 5. This one is called Triangle, right 2, left 1, X, right, triangle, down, square, left 1, left 1, left 1 by Pendragon.
That's some code for a video game, right?
Yeah, that is. Ian Googled it. He's like, yeah, that's Grand Theft Auto or something like that. So is that this one? Yeah. This is the edition of 5 here. So These are $65. Just
Cool holographic.
Great
yeah,
card, yeah.
great card,
Alright.
great figure. Just you
Neat.
know, and if you think about it, like Pendragon and DLL have some stuff in common. Like they're borrowing from pop culture, but not relying on it to sell the piece, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
They're taking
Yeah.
it and making it into something else.
They're in that same
Yeah.
school with green plastic tunnels and
Right.
these guys that are working off forms in a totally different way.
Except for this one.
Even the starter car, yeah. He turns the starter car into something of his own creation that is maybe loosely tangential to Dune.
Yeah.
And then this one is called Dragon Star Killer. This is an edition of 5. I wish if there was 20 of these, we would sell 20 of those. But
Oh yeah. Those would sell.
this
Wow.
edition of 5, I think he sent us 2 or 3. They'll be on the site, and someone
Oh,
will
that's really
will
cool.
stumble across it. So
Awesome.
obviously a collaboration with Killer Bootleg. So it's going to be a fun show. Remember, everything goes on sale Friday, November 8th at noon Pacific. The DKE Toys website. And again,
Doug's going to take all the sales from that day and put it all on black when he gets into Vegas.
wow.
One spin to rule them all.
If only I had that level of self-loathing.
Or confidence. Either way.
Right.
No, I think it always goes back to self-loathing.
Yeah. And then everything that I think a few of these things will sell out, but I think most of these things will be available at the show. But if there's something that you must have, I really recommend people going and buying it online when stuff goes on
As
sale.
quickly as as much and as quickly as possible.
And
Please,
I think
everyone.
I think most of our customers are spread out around the world. And, when we do shows, it's more outreach and trying to spread the gospel to, to new people. And I think that's the whole point of conventions and putting stuff in front of people. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to DCon. It's, like I said, it's my favorite show of the year. It's I go to lots of conventions. You can ask Scott. He comes with me to shows, and I just walk around and I'm frustrated. Like, it's nothing I like. I'm aging out. Like, it's just garbage. It's recycled stuff.
Like,
And
as soon as we get into the show, Dove's number one concern is getting out of the show.
There is an Olympic sport we could create based around trying to keep up with Dove as he races through a show that's bumming him out.
I don't know. I was sick in bed. I didn't make it to LA Comic Con, but like I go every year, and I didn't go this year, and I didn't miss anything.
No.
What I miss is like finding just that one artist in Artist Alley who does this one thing that I think is just next level amazing, and then everything else is just sort of like,
Yeah.
But I go.
But that's what you go for. The one guy.
Thing. The one guy. That's right.
And the licorice booth.
Yes, indeed. Anyway, thank you guys so much. We'll see you again, everybody. We will be live again at 11:30 Pacific on Zoom. The link is on DKECON.com, as well as all the information and when everything goes for sale and just all the information you ever need, DKECON.com. And hopefully you'll stick around. It'll probably be a long show. I don't know, hours and hours, as we try and give every artist a little platform to talk about their stuff. And also
2 pots of coffee worth.
Right. And also, the fun of that live show is also engaging with the crowd.
Yeah.
The people who are tuning in, asking questions and saying like, hey, can I see a close up of this? I have questions about it. And that's sort of our way of doing a convention, for the whole world. So anyone can show up and just view the stuff. And so anyway, looking forward to it.
I can honestly say, for as many of these as we've done now, that I don't think a single one of the live shows has gone by where I haven't had my mind changed on something and ended up buying it because of an interview with someone.
That you're
Because
right
we
about
get,
that.
We get an insight on the artist,
I mean,
we get an insight on the process or what the figures do. Every single show I've ended up buying at least one piece, if not several pieces.
And context matters. I mean, art by itself should mean something. If you put something on a shelf or on a wall, you should be able to look at it and have a feeling about it.
Yes.
But humans by nature, we like, if you
It's
look
naughty
at,
by nature.
we like stories.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that is, and if you spin a good yarn, you tell a good story. I mean, if you think about like the best music in the world is something that tells a story, you know, with the movies that we see, the books that we read, the comic books, the video games, like, you know, you think it's like, oh, I'm just shooting the thing. It's not. It's like the games that engage you the most are telling you a story. And in business, when, you know, you're pitching someone on an idea or whatever, it's like it's engaging this other person and you're pitching them a story. And sometimes it's not meant to have a story. Sometimes you're not meant to necessarily know what the backstory. Sometimes it's just, I'm making this and it's a little creepy and it's, you know, it has like a horror element.
I'm pretty sure that there's a pretty wild backstory to that.
Maybe,
one,
but
If there's not,
sometimes you hear a story and then like Jenky was saying, and then you're like, wow, like this, and then you're like, oh, I want to own this. Like I want to be part of that. I want that story. Like I want a physical representation of that near me. So
burger balls
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah.
Such a good example of that.
you know, I mean, I'm just looking at like Luke Chueh's paintings, right? You know, George is a big Luke Chueh fan, but
Lovely.
it's like he's able to paint one painting, right, with just an emotion from an animal, and then you just sort of like make up a story in your mind, and it's like you just start to like either you identify or it scares you or makes you happy, whatever, you know. It's like the little chicken like with looking at like the eggs cooked in front of him, and he's like, you know, it just makes you think like, what, you know, what's going on, like what are we doing?
Yep.
And that's why we go live, so the artist can tell you explicitly what the art actually means. Because you
Yep.
need your artwork spoon-fed to you.
And on that same day, if you want to warm up your eyeballs before your giant show, Four Horsemen are live that day too with GCon.
Nice.
So we have the whole entire new wave is being revealed on that same day.
Ooh,
Wow.
that's exciting.
Oh my
We start
gosh.
way earlier. So if anyone wants to get up super early and make it through the whole day of just watching YouTube, you can tune in to us and then tune over to you guys.
And how many hours are you guys on?
It's 10 to 4, I think.
Wow.
East Coast.
Whoa.
DKECON right there. I mean, that's
East Coast. So you're starting at 7 in the morning for us?
Yeah, so if you guys want to get up early.
Wow.
Yeah.
It totally eclipsed us, Dove. You did that on purpose.
Is this which line are you debuting? Is it
I don't know that the title, I can't say anything
Can't say
about
it?
anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay? Well, that's exciting. I might
Yeah. Sorry. Can't
Wow.
say anything. Gotta
Us
tune
tune
in
in.
live.
Yeah,
Sworn to
Or just go
secrecy.
follow us on Instagram. You can get all the pictures as they happen.
there you go.
Fantastic. Anyway, George, while you're talking about that, why don't you tell people where they can find you?
Actually, come to our booth. Come to the Four Horsemen booth at DCon this year, because I put together, as Scott knows, a little Valiant Night art show. 10 years ago, the Four Horsemen did their first. They had a custom night art show when they were just debuting the Mythic Legions line, and there was a small handful of artists, and myself and Scott Tollison were in it, and it was at Toy Tokyo's gallery. So it's now been it's the 10-year anniversary, and we released a brand new night last year. So I figured it would be cool to get some of the Dcon artists who are, you know, friends of mine that no longer do custom shows, but they all, luckily for me, obliged and said yes, and they all made these fantastic pieces that we are going to have at DCon. They will be for sale if anybody wants to buy them, but they're also just fun to come take a look at. I mean, there's probably 15 or so.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, and it's all, you know, I can give you a quick rundown of names if you want to hear some names, like Dr. A, Scott Cherry, Barbarian Rage right there, Kyle Kerwan, J. Rue, Brandon Kwong, and Christopher from Creature Bazaar each
Nice.
did one.
Wow.
Lucifer is going to have one there. Drill, David Healy, Sucklord, Resin Blood, Those guys are all came to the table with amazing
Wow.
pieces to see.
You really like twisted some arms there.
Yeah, I got guys that all were like, I don't do this anymore. I was like, I know you don't. I was like, but could you please?
No, you don't, but I am George.
I was like, would it
Nice.
be okay if you do? I know this is totally not in your thing anymore, and you're way above custom shows, but I just want to do this thing with old school guys in it.
Awesome.
And it worked.
And it worked. And they are amazing.
Fantastic. We're looking forward to that. It's going to be awesome.
Sweet.
I don't know what the booth number is, but you could just come find us somewhere at DCon.
I'm sure it's going to say it right now.
There you go.
Ding.
Other than that,
George
just follow
sends it to
Forward.
me.
I'll find it.
Awesome. Scott, anything before we go?
Yeah, come see me at DesignerCon, the Barbarian Raid booth. I'm like 2 booths down from DKE.
We're at
right?
like 302, so we have the whole DKECon contingent is in aisle 300.
I think I'm the
Okay,
exact opposite of the hall from you guys then.
Nice.
And
Fair.
I'll have my new figure. This is the Necrovenger. This is the open edition.
So,
But I also have, I've been working on a bunch of different like crazy colorways and stuff. I just did this
Wow.
crazy thing.
You gonna have those hats for sale?
I have these hats for sale, and I have
Nice.
some shirts that are not here yet, but they will be. I made this one. This is, of course, it doesn't look good, but come see them. They come to the Barbarian Raid booth. Yeah, come see my new setup and talk to me and get me a cup of coffee. And I'll give you a high five. Go to barbarianrage.com and sign up for my newsletter for all upcoming drops. All of these are going to be available on my newsletter before it goes to DesignerCon.
Nice.
And sign up for my newsletter, and I'll give you a free Necrovenger paper toy.
Wow.
There
I
you
got
go,
one right here.
everybody. Did you print one out?
Oh.
That's it right there.
Hell yeah.
Look at that.
super.
Yeah, I'm eventually going to put together an entire activity book, but that's just the first page.
That's because
So,
I'm a subscriber to the newsletter.
there you go. There you go. Thank you. Thank you.
Nice.
So yeah, that's it. Barbarianrage.com.
Very cool. Janky, anything?
I'll also be at DCon, but not selling my own stuff. I'll be selling everybody else's stuff at the DKE booth. But if you would like to buy my stuff, my latest art show, The Worst Toys in the World, opened at Earth to Kentucky, I guess it'd be 2 weeks ago, whenever this airs. And you can go to Earth to Kentucky, the number 2, earth2kentucky.com. There's a link to the show.
Ding.
For those that don't know the premise of the show, I found 3 horrible action figures at the dollar store and bought them because they were literally the worst toys I've ever seen, and used those 3 figures to create my own bootleg lines of some of my favorite toy lines. So you can see all those figures on my Instagram or at earth2kentucky.com, and there's still several of the figures available, so you can go buy them.
Looks like a lot of work.
It was
Yeah.
They are amazing.
Thank you. It ended up being 36 toys
Wow.
in the show.
Are they all one-offs?
Yeah, they're all
Wow.
one-offs. Each one has its own original card art.
Original
Are they
card
the
back.
actual toy, or did you mold and cast? Or
I
did you
mold
just
and
paint?
cast. Yeah. So actually,
But they were from the dollar store. You could have bought
I
36
only
of them.
found one set of them, and I've never seen it again.
You know what would be funny?
And
Just
they
like
look like
cosmically
a
funny.
nightmare cast.
Is if the company that made those dollar store figures like decided to make an example of Janky and like sued him.
Sue the shit out of me. I have a feeling
You used our dollar store figure.
the Charles Schultz estate's going to come after me for making penis figures, I think, before the dollar store.
Yeah.
I don't think that would ever happen. Can you imagine the headline? Can you imagine the press release that you would put out?
They're super.
Charles Schultz estate rejects penis figure.
Yeah.
Charles Schultz.
Penis toys. Good grief.
That is the last thing that they want is like Snoopy and penis in the same sentence on a headline.
That's true. I mean, they shut down Obvious Plant though with his Sneppy.
He got a letter.
I mean, look, these are one-offs. If they want to pay their lawyer an ungodly sum of money to send me a letter, I'll frame it. And
He got a letter and he stopped because it's not worth fighting.
yeah, these aren't mass-produced.
Do you think that he could have won in court based on Sneppy? I mean,
I think probably if he had the money to fight it, or if he wanted the time to fight it, he probably.
So it's like they send a letter. It's not worth it. Just stop. Like, I have those Sneppy figures. They're amazing.
Do you? Oh,
Yeah.
I haven't seen them in person.
What if we bootleg the Sneppy?
Dude,
They call it Snoopaw.
and we just call it Snippy, and then
Snippy.
Just call it Snoopy.
I mean, Obvious Plant sends us a cease and desist.
Yeah.
be amazing.
Yeah. No, the show was awesome. It was super fun. And go check out the pieces because I'm really proud of them. So
Awesome. Well, congratulations. It was really an accomplishment.
Yeah, really cool.
thank you very much. I appreciate it. It was a nice way to sort of dive back into toys full bore because that's all I've done for the past 3 months.
Nice.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great one. We will talk to everyone soon.
See
Yeah.
you, John.
Bye.
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 Stay fresh, cheese bags.